The Vibe Wichita podcast is brought to you by Abundant Productions. This episode of Vibe Wichita is sponsored by Mark Paris The Shop. Mark Paris The Shop provides quality hairstyles as well as top-notch service and products for each of their clients. These renowned stylists and barbers combine knowledge, expertise, and the power of touch to achieve the desired results. They will go the extra mile to accomplish this mission with passion, expert advice, and the utmost professionalism and courtesy. So come to Mark Paris The Shop, located at 6100 East 21st Street, Suite 210 in Oxford Square, just northwest of 21st and Woodlawn.
You know what it is. It's Vibe Wichita with your host, Dramedy Drew. Turn your speakers up.
Turn it up.
The voice of the dove is about to speak.
Listen.
What's going on, city? It's your man, Dramedy Drew. Welcome to another episode of Vibe Wichita. Hey, man, look, I just been talking to a few people. Man, this is just, it's kind of getting to me, man. I just want to listen to the city. Y'all talking, I'm listening. Look, Vibe Wichita got your back. Let me tell you. I know that there was an event just recently where the game was here and he was at the club Bounce to be exact. I believe everyone was expecting something completely different. And well, first of all, let me just introduce who I have here with me. Adriana Woodard. What's going on, Adriana? How you feeling today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I am. Look, I'm good, but I really got to know about the situation. Adriana was the first person I noticed talking about this situation. I seen it on Facebook, and you were pretty. Yeah, I don't want to say that you were hot about the situation, but you was pretty furious about the situation. Like you were upset, felt like money wasn't well spent, and it was. Just tell me what you were feeling about the whole thing. Just tell me from your words.
I felt misled. We wasted a lot of money. We did have fun, so that was good, but we would have much rather spent our money at the ReProm, where we could have spent even more money and enjoyed ourselves a lot more, just because we were thinking we were going for a concert. So by the time we got there, it was getting pretty late, like all the other shows. And then towards the end, game came out, and he was there maybe an hour or so, maybe. And I think he had the mic in his hand all of about 3 minutes the entire time. So even if he was there to be a host, then a host hosts, talks to the DJ, pumps the crowd, gets, everybody going. It wasn't anything like that. So yes, I was very much misled.
Okay. She's holding back, y'all. I just want y'all to know. All right. We'll get to the ReProm part there, but I heard it was packed out in there in it was Club Bounce, right?
It's
Club Bounce. Yeah. I heard it was packed out, and it was like, man, it was just, y'all were expecting more from Game, but when I read the flyer, it said he was hosting. And I know you guys were expecting a concert. Now with a person hosting, you have to understand that he's, or whoever is just hosting, they're there to collect a check. If Amber Rose is there to host, she's there to look pretty and collect a check. She may or may not get on the mic, get on the stage, do a couple of dance moves, because we know how she used to dance. And, and then she's in VIP. So she's there to really just collect the check because she's getting an appearance. But as far as the game situation, I mean, he came to Wichita. Not a lot of people know, like, what's Wichita, whatever. Of course, he's going to pick up that quick little check. He probably, he's probably moving around, doing whatever. So, I mean, to me, honestly, I don't see what the big deal is. I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me. But that's what I would have expected if the game was just coming to host. How much were the tickets? Real quick, how much were the tickets?
We paid $80 at the door.
Each or per? All right, look.
$40 per person at the door. But we were told before we went that it would be $35 at the door. He asked 2 separate people on Facebook that were helping put on the event. And so that was another thing. We didn't find out until about 30 minutes before we arrived that we were actually going to have to pay $40 each, which we were like, okay, you know what? one-time thing.
What's $10 more here?
Okay, exactly. So we went ahead and did that, but go ahead.
Okay, so what concert, even here in Wichita, have you went to where they had a star like The Game? Someone right now with all the stuff that's going on with him, he's like a 5-star superstar right now. He's getting pretty close to 5. I'll say about 4 stars. But you paid it said it was $35, $40 for the concert. You're expecting a couple songs. Like where can you go where you could that's like legitimately happening?
Here in Wichita, by the way. Okay, so yes, I paid $90 tickets for VIP when the Powerhouse jammed through 93.9. Trey Songz, Lil Wayne, all of them came in. Yes, it was hosted by Power 93.9, so it would have been a little bit different. However, I've never paid $80 at the door other than one time when I paid for me, my cousin, and her boyfriend, and I paid $75 for 3 people, and we actually got a show, and I'm pretty sure it was at the same club before it was Club Bounce. So,
was that Boosie?
No, I don't think Boosie. I think he was out. Where was it? Like the
Cotillion, yeah. Okay. Now, what do you have here? You pulled something up. Looks like a flyer. Now, I don't know. Okay. All right. So the flyer.
First one. This is the first flyer. It says The Game, presented by Exclusive ENT and Club Bounce / Libra Bash. October 1st, $30 advance tickets available at Who's Next Barbershop in Cloud 9. Club Bounce tells the address. It says doors open 9 p.m. to 2 a.m., 21 plus to enter, DJ Fluid and the Party King, I guess. So that is the original flyer that everybody seen. It doesn't say anything about hosting or anything at all. So then when I made my post, I had a lot of responses, and one of my friends posted the second, and it says, Exclusive ENT and Club Bounce presents Sexy Saturdays, hosted by The Game, October 1, 2016. Doors open at 9 p.m. DJ Mac, DJ Fluid, Club Bounce, the address. Everybody said this flyer was posted the day of the event at 2:15 p.m. So tell me why people were mad or upset. Of course. You waited until people bought their tickets in advance or were pumped up, ready to go see The Game. I mean, this man is a nice looking gentleman, okay?
Hey.
So, of course, I mean, we were pumped and ready to go. And then we find out later on in the day, and I'll be honest, I never seen that hosted by The Game until after I made my Facebook post about it and everybody was commenting and sharing their feedback about it. So that was upsetting. Being inside the club, yes, there were a lot of people, but I mean, it's Wichita. So when you go out and everybody's drinking, having fun, you've seen all these same people before. The club, was it packed? Yes. But have I seen it even more packed? Yes. So the bar situation, they have 2 bars, and the bar upstairs is the one we went to. So my boyfriend was at the bar for about an hour. Their registers had went down. Nobody was getting drinks out, or whenever the registers were up, they were not getting drinks out in a timely manner. So we were up there like 30 minutes. People with bigger parties, maybe like 10 or 7 people, they were getting served left and right. But the people that were, smaller parties or not spending as much money were getting overlooked. So my opinion from that is, if you want to make money, then you have to spread everybody out a little bit, be equal with the situation. I might be only getting 2 drinks at this one time. They might be getting 10 drinks, but they might only get those 10 drinks that one time. I'm coming back to the bar to spend money because I like to drink.
Okay, you talking about bar etiquette now. Are you upset? Okay, here's the thing. I think what's happening is that the fact that you were not happy about The Game and his situation and him not doing what that first flyer kind of hinted that he was supposed to do, everything else started to tick you off. So that's kind of what I'm getting from it.
No, not at all. Like I said, we had fun.
So it was popping. The music was good?
Yes, it was popping.
So what's the problem?
They played that 80 Coley, all that stuff. It was good. But the problem is being misled. If I'm told I'm going to pay $80 at the door to get a show, then give me a show. When Keisha Cole came, everybody was highly ticked off with that because she only played little snippets. But at the end of the day, she gave us a show. So yes, people were upset, but we were not irate about her not giving a full song, With this, I think people in VIP, I heard them saying that they weren't even able to sit at their tables that they paid $90 to sit at. They were kicked out because friends of the club owners or whoever hosted this party let their friends sit at those tables, and they weren't even the ones that paid for the tickets.
Okay, so are we so does the heat go to the promoter or the club owners or the game? Who's at fault with this? I mean, I don't understand why we are just, super upset.
The blame goes to the promoters, for one. I don't think any woman in that club that night was going to be ticked off because the game is so sexy. So, yes, everybody in Wichita is going to pay to go see that man, of course. So, I wasn't ticked off at him. He came, he did his thing. That's what he was probably told. That's all he had to do. So, we can't place the blame there. Who knows? We are not a part of the back end on this. We weren't the ones promoting it, speaking to his people or anything like that. It goes all towards the promotion. And yes, the club has a lot to do with that too, because if you're putting on an event of this size, then you need to be able to hire more people for the event, to run the bar, more people to man everything. People were at the bar taking their money back off of the registers and everything because they were tired of waiting for so long. Things like that. It was just unorganized.
Ouch. Okay. Well, here's my kind of my take for the whole situation. I mean, when it comes to advertising for someone coming down here, they will tell the promoter, they will tell the game's people or his manager or whoever's, getting things set up for him. Hey man, if we can get you down here, we'll pay you 10 G's just to come. Man, just get on the mic one time, the easiest 10 G's you'll ever make. Say what you got to say. I don't know how much they gave him, but here's the thing. The promoter gets paid for that too. And I'm not putting anything on forget it. Look, man, the promoter would be at fault in this situation, man. I'm just got to be honest. I mean, if there's a flyer out and you're promoting it, you got to make sure that people understand what's happening, who's coming, what they're actually going to be doing. The game performing or the game or presents the game like that. What does that mean? That doesn't mean that he's going to just sit there, presents the game. He's going to have the microphone. He's going to do something. So, at least perform one song. One good song. You have another flyer that comes out at 2:15 the day of that actually says he's the host. So if he's hosting it, to me, now I know that when they say they're hosting it, we're just there to see. We're paying to see him. We're paying to be in his presence. I'm like, man, it is what it is. You got to chuck that $80 and, you just got to move on. Now, here's my thing. Here's my next thing. You mentioned the ReProm. Okay. So why didn't you go to the ReProm? And why did you opt to go see the game before the ReProm? Now, from my understanding, the ReProm was being advertised well before the game. And I know a lot of people knew that, but people opted to go to see the game instead. Now, why do you think that is? Why did you go to the game?
Honestly, because like I said before, who wouldn't want to go see the game? He's in Wichita, Kansas. It wasn't like we had to go somewhere out of the way, Texas or any of the surrounding areas to go and see him. He's right here in my hometown. So, of course, I would rather go see, Anyway, so, but the ReProm, I can remember being advertised back in maybe June, July. And then maybe about a month and a half later, that's when game was starting to be advertised. And okay, so I just seen some funny stuff, but okay, everybody wanted to see the game come in them sweats. Okay, all the women.
All right, okay. All right. What? Where is this going? All right. Okay, so now shout out to the ReProm committee, everybody who got that, hooked up. I ain't gonna say names yet or anything. I'm just I let that shine. I heard it was actually really a nice event, and I really wish that there was more people. Now, here's the thing, and I know you told me this yesterday, that this is why Wichita is, it comes off whack, because we have two events on the same night, and if the promoters would have gotten set, if they would have spoke to somebody, or the ReProm or somebody would have reached out, hey, we got two events going on this night. We're really trying to do something big for Wichita right here. Can we move this to a different date, or can you guys do something different? Something. If there was some communication, and the ReProm was a week later or something like that, or the week before, that would have been perfect. That would have been fine, and we can all support each other. But with this situation happening, it just set us back even more. Now, I don't want to say nobody went to the ReProm, but not as many people went to the ReProm as expected. I seen well over 200, 300, 400 likes for the ReProm. I seen well over that. And, they didn't receive half as much, response as far as people coming or attending. And that, to me, that really, that hurts my feelings that, we don't support something that we're actually putting on. So, Wichita, we got to communicate. We have to communicate. We got to talk to each other. We're a small enough town where we can communicate and say, hey, we got to move something around because this is what's happening. That you just make it harder on the city doing things like this. This is me personally, okay? We make it hard on ourselves. We all want to attend everything. So, when you got a celebrity, when you do that, obviously we're going to opt to see the celebrity or the artist, because we don't get a lot of things popping like that in this town with celebrities. So come on, man, we gotta work it out. We gotta work together. This is what Vibe Wichita is about. We are working together.
And yes, I completely agree, because like you said, that is something that I brought up yesterday when we spoke. So what my idea would have been is, if the ReProm would have been set up first, or started, their promotion first, then maybe at the ReProm, they could have handed out game flyers, or vice versa. Maybe if the game would have been that Saturday, they could have handed out flyers for the ReProm. One of them just have it rescheduled, or why not put them together? Like I said, the ReProm had been, I think, been spoken about since like June or July. So they could have went to them and said, hey, instead of hosting that event in, I think it was like Andover or something, Valley Center, then why not come to Club Bounce and we, split the proceeds or something like that? Because at the end of the day, people were going to go to prom. You're spending like $200 for a dress, $100 hairdo. You're going to spend money. So, of course, if you were going to spend that much money at the ReProm, you could have brought it together and had them spend, so much more money and had such an even better event go down. For sure. But in this case, it's just dividing everybody. It's like, okay, well, yes, I really do want to go to ReProm. I didn't get to go to prom. Not me specifically, but some people felt that way. But it's like, man, I want to go to the game too. So it's like I'm torn between two different situations here. So we seen a lot of people that went to ReProm and then actually came to the game afterwards. So, for those people, they spent a lot more money. They had to buy 2 tickets that night for 2 different, completely, different events. That's not fair to us.
Okay, so from here on out, really what we need to do, because here's the thing. The majority of us who are putting on events, we're on Facebook, we're advertising, correct? We have to stay connected with everyone. Now, it's one thing if the time for like the ReProm, I'm just saying, if it started at 7 and the game started at 11, cool. All right, everybody goes to prom at 7, and then after that, we all go to the game, it's about communication, man. We have to stay connected. Facebook is kind of a hub right now for our Wichita event planners. We probably need to get like a page where we have Facebook events going on in Wichita. yo, Wichita, we got to do better. I don't. My goal, our goal with Vibe Wichita is to shed light on the events, the entrepreneurs, the go-getters, the people who are out here making a difference, trying to do something to improve the community or do something to support the community. Club events, absolutely. That's something for us to do. We can't just sit here and play cards every night or watch Luke Cage. Shout out to Luke Cage and Marvel for putting that thing together. Luke Cage is real. I don't know if y'all know. Luke Cage is a real person. I met him. Yep. So anyway, yeah, we can't just sit around and kick it or just keep inviting people over. And we got to get out. We like to do things. We like to go to Interest Bank Arena when y'all have concerts, the Powerhouse Jam. That only happens once a year. We have to stay active and we have to stay committed to supporting each other. That's what we have to do, man, because Wichita, like I said, is small enough right now for us to make a bang, and then all of a sudden Wichita is like, like Oklahoma City. Then it's like Kansas City. Oh, now all of a sudden Wichita is like Dallas. Like, it's going to be popping. Where eventually the game could come out here and we could have the ReProm on the same night because it'll be popping like that. It's like, all right, shoot, you won't have to make a decision. You can just go to whatever you feel like going to, and everybody's going to win. But right now, we got to support each other. We have to stay locked in, y'all. Hey, Adriana, I appreciate you and your opinions, your statements. Like, you really, I know there's a lot of people feeling the way you feeling. I'm going to be real. Like I said, she's holding back. I had to tell her she had to be easy on them swear words. Shout out to my boy Mojo. Man, you picked a good one. All right, y'all. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all stay locked into everything that's going on. There's so many things happening. Y'all just stay, look, check your Facebook. Like us on our Vibe Wichita podcast page. Like us on Twitter at Vibe Wichita. Instagram at Vibe Wichita. Snapchat, Vibe Wichita. Hey, man, we doing it big. Look, top 10% podcast right now on iTunes. Y'all think we playing? Hey, it's Vibe Wichita.
You know what we do around this time? The voice of the dub has spoken. Thanks for hanging with us and tuning in to Vibe Wichita.
Act like y'all know.
Peace.